Okay.
I introduce
Hi
myself.
everyone,
Okay.
this is Srijita Ehsan, Project Coordinator from School of Entrepreneurship Development. Today we have a very special guest, Elmi Ong, the founder of Dignity Center ID. Hi Elmi, how are you?
Hi, Srijita. I'm great. Nice to see you here.
Do you see the coincidence that we're matching?
Yes. this
Okay,
this is
so
my
I'm
company
really excited
color
to
actually.
meet you.
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting a chance of doing a little chit chat session.
Yeah. Good. So great. Thanks for
Okay,
having
thanks
me.
for your patience, Elmi. Okay, so let's jump into a very important question that I want to ask you. Actually, I want to know your opinion on it. So, what suggestions do you have for the students looking to enhance their interpersonal and communication skills?
Yeah. So I would say, uh, talk more to the stranger. Right. So from that experience, we can gain a lot of the experience probably. So and then maybe join like a discussion in a community discussion or at a school, at a university, or any possible in the community, whatever community that you prefer to join. I think so. Because from that kind of activities, I think we can learn to articulate our thoughts because it is very important. Sometimes we kind of have to train how to communicate, right? So from that experience, I think that we will learn a lot of things and shaping our way of communication and make us like not too shy to talk to the people, right? By talking to the stranger, the more we talk, I think that we get used to it. So they kind of shaping like our habit and shaping our character as well. So I think that would be very useful for whatever uh, like professional life or into the business life as well. So I think that would be very useful. And then as well, maybe also like we really genuinely curious people probably, right? So when we are maybe when we are saying networking, we're not just barely say hi and just name it, but we really curious of people like to learn more about this because it's a group of people that we meet, we just get to know, right? And whenever the networking opportunity was, right? So that kind of experience also like bring us to more shaping the empathy probably, right? That
Yeah,
kind of value is very important as well for us for being human, right? We need to have more empathy, and that would be kind of like very useful also when we are in the business life or the professional life.
absolutely right. And which essential final skills should students master before transitioning into their professional careers?
So of course, the financial literacy in our context, like I would say, like maybe the basic financial literacy. So that would be very useful, right? Especially and I would say also the entrepreneur literacy probably. So because whether we are serving as a professional, definitely need that kind of entrepreneur mindset actually, right? So either we are actually be in the serving at a, what like a accounting department or whatever division we are into. Actually, that kind of mindset is very important because, especially when you're talking about the financial, some one of the literacy, of course, like maybe the problem solving, the risk management context, that kind of thought process, right? So the thinking process we train through the learning actually will be very helpful for us in whatever things that we are going to do later in our life. So I think basically it would be that context. Yeah, to me because I apply it myself as well. Right? So it kind of like basic understanding of financial literacy. So it could be very useful for us to manage every kind of financial that we are in, right? So either as a student, right? So let's say put it in a very simple, let's say, okay, we are not, let's say we are not in the ability like to we need funding to go into the university or whatever, so we can learn through to do the management as well, right? So the financial, how we can get the funding, or how we are going to really make it through to whatever mission or whatever goal that we want to run to. So that kind of basic literacy, I think that will be very useful for everyone, especially now in the digital context. Like everything is actually for this, for those technical skill is actually very easy to learn. But again, knowledge is different from knowing, right? So we really need to put into the practice. They also become knowing, right? The knowledge that become knowing that we really put it in the application. So I think that will become the really the understanding. Then that will be very helpful whenever later after our student life as well. Yeah. So because I apply myself.
Yes, you have stated very important facts. Now, let's dive into your student life. I am very interested to know that during your student life, what key skills did you focus on?
I would consider that management skill. So management in terms of very wide contacts actually. So because I was actually involved in many social organization when even I was from the junior high school. So like we are involved in organization, we learn the management, and we are engaged with people from all walk of lives, and we learn the organizational management skill as well, right? So we are like a part of the certain activity that we take responsibility, and then we learn about leadership. We kind of work together with the people with a group of the community, and can it's a good thing sir, because the things I was involved is I was like from the from old generation. Yeah, so for yeah, for kids from the older generation as well. So the kind of experience is really shaped the way they actually later on in when I was starting my professional career actually. So the other part is I don't know, I some how quite into learning about English language. So that's why I was taking a course every day, right? So learning about English language, because our is Indonesian language only. So I kind of is so interested to learn, because I thought that would be make me easier to communicate. Uh, of course, back then we don't have that kind of easily translator like now, right? But now maybe a bit different, right? But somehow learning other language is actually shaping the skill of our learning as well. So it's not about the language only, but it's shaping the way we learn things actually. So understand the culture of the language we learn. So it's a depend on what kind of interest are we into, what kind of which country the language like we are interested in. So definitely like come along with the understanding the culture from the language itself as well. Yeah.
I also
So
agree that learning multiple languages can make our life a lot more easier.
yep. Especially for
Yeah.
those who love traveling. That
Yes,
will be, that will be
absolutely.
very helpful.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So now I'm very interested, as you have your own organization. I would like to know the key driving factors behind Dignity Center ID.
So the center is actually is a transformation from the foundation. So we are actually the foundation and the community. They actually I started with my friend back then is 2006. Probably this was almost 20 years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
along the journey, actually, because I was also volunteer a lot in about the small with the related with the small medium. Here we call it SME, right? So the small medium enterprise. We are actually we are friend also initiating the entrepreneur association as well. So along the journey, that I found that because the foundation is not really the legal entity is not enough to run the mission that we are like
Mm.
expanding. So that's why we finally the last on 2021 after the COVID, so we set up the one of the social business company. So Dignity Center ID is a social business company. So I actually quite inspired by Professor Muhammad Yunus. I was visiting Dhaka last year actually for the social business day. Yeah, so joining the Professor Muhammad Yunus event last year. So this company is actually consider like my personal mission project, right? So because from still very long we have the calling to serve the humanity, so we try to figure out actually what is the best way we're going to do, because for the past 20 years actually I really learned along the way. Actually I was actually more volunteering for other organization, so I was like more supporting other organization, and then finally we thought that I want really want to do in something in a different way. So and then finally I set up this company because we will be doing a lot of focusing a lot in terms of the social business, social enterprise, considered as a socially responsible business as well. So currently we are actually on the working on two project initiative. So we will be focusing on Riau Island, the place that I was actually in from Batam. So it's a part of Riau Island. So Batam is about 1 hour from Singapore. So we are more to the west part of Indonesia. So we want to run this initiative, but basically we are actually on the mission to create an innovation and co-creation hub for the focusing for the inclusive well-being. So because we are working a lot in the grassroots. So but the underlying is a mission is like we like to support for the mission, the Prophet Yunus mission, the word of 3-0, how are they going to support the mission for the zero poverty, zero unemployment, and supporting the environment cause as well, right, for the net zero emission, right? So that's basically actually the key driver, because again, one of the key thing is that currently everything is changed so fast, right? So in terms of technology development, but because I was more to the grassroots community, my mission is a more center to the grassroots community, and then we realized that no matter how advanced the technology in the global context, is not really can be directly applied into the graduate community here. So we want to do it in a differently, kind of bridging a lot of things, not at that kind of. That's why we put it into the project in one district right now to exercise the model, the framework that we want to do, and so in the end, we the goal is about how everything program we will be running to be supporting to contributing to reduce the poverty, to contribute to reduce unemployment. So of course to reduce employment, we have to create business. So that's why our company is really focusing to create business. So but more to the social enterprise, social business contact. Yeah. So that is the things that we are working on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I recently saw that you had an event named Coffee and Conversation with System Thinkers. I really like the idea because it brings all the great thinkers together and makes a great opportunity for collaboration.
Yeah, so that event is actually a kind of like accumulation of the conversation, because for the past 5 years, I actually initiated a lot of conversation in the partial context. So we because we are going to bring the project into the physical project, like really work at the district of the we are working on. So we kind of like concluding the conversation. So that's why we are going to have a coffee to finalize all the talk we have been discussing, do all the research, all the conversation we have been doing, a lot of like a small scale of the simulation of the project, right? So we are going to put everything together. So it's kind of like concluding the conversation. That's how we put the agenda on the 1st of June, right? So because we are preparing the office for the project pilot project. So we are setting the office at that district. So now later on that we can start everything, and hopefully the frameworks are proven well, so we can do it in the in into the bring it to other district as well later on. Yeah. So because of why, basically the idea of the system thinker is like we are going to have a conversation with all the stakeholders. So either from the government, from the academia, from the business private sector as well, and then of course it's society representative through all the communities are part of it, right? So this is the this is a conversation has been going on for the past few years. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Kwan.
Yeah, I find it very interesting. Okay, as a woman, what advice do you have for the female students on building resilience with a highly competitive market?
To be honest, I will say like just simply being human. Just build a competency within ourselves, right? So I don't, because I'm not saying that I don't go for the, like championing for the woman leaders or whatever. No, but basically I always like to see it in a equal context, but because this is the whole idea in the behind the philosophy actually for us at the Dignity Center, right? So it basically we just anchor that we are all human beings, right? So we are just simply being human, right? So not woman, not man, right? So we are just being the best of us, right? The best version of us for being human, right? Because that's a dignity. Why we name it dignity, right? So because this is the dignity for being human, right? So this is a part that we are like more to cherish on, right? Embrace it, right? And we really like to talk about that in the context, right? Because woman again, right? Because when we are trying to see that compare like oh man or woman, and then we see the dichotomy of the two sides, right? So that I was like prefer like okay, we see in the way they what is unifying us, right? So what is unifying us? Then we just focus on that part, right? So we are actually some people. I do sometimes invited in the conversation about the woman of the things type. So I always thinking like okay, so like sometimes like discussion about a woman being a housewife or whatever. No, it's okay if they kind of the novel novel like a service that actually we are doing, right? So it's always about choice, right? So it's the most important, right? We are like have a privilege to have our choice. That's the most important to me. That most important, right? So it's a privilege. Actually, we have a choice, right? So either we are going to be the career part, right? Joining a better professional career is okay, but focus be the best version of ourselves, right? So what the competency we need to build in order to we are going to serve the profession that we are like the service, like let's say the job that we're taking, what kind of the skill, what kind of the competency is needed. We just focus on it, right? So basically just the same like men usually, right? So yeah, so to me it would be on that kind of ground perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how clearly you have portrayed the point that liberty of choice. Yeah, it's very important for everyone to choose their career, to work for themselves, and like to it helps them to find the best versions of themselves. Okay, so could you kindly enlighten us about the opportunities and collaborative prospects Indonesia offers for international students, especially for Bangladeshis?
So in Batam, actually, as I know, is we have because we have so many university here as well, especially in Batam city. So we have more than 20 university. So one of the international university, as I know, they actually have a global youth scholarship as well. So you actually apply for the context of global as long as you meet the criteria. So sometimes like I'm not wrong is this year also this year there's some Indian students as well visiting Batam as well. So they kind of like collaborative visit, so they can
Mm-hmm.
come to visit to learn from our city and some kind of exchange, cultural exchange as well. Of course, here because we do a lot within the ASEAN context, definitely, right? Because we are closer with Singapore, Malaysia is closer, so like Myanmar also like we do. Another part is also do a lot with China, Taiwan as well, because of the related rooted
Yeah.
Chinese text, right? So but
Yeah.
for the South Asia, I think we don't really see much yet. But of course, that we are looking forward to into it. Of course, we can bring a conversation. We are more than happy to help. If let's say from any
Yeah.
university student want to visit or be the part of like learning here in the university, maybe later we can share the program with you. Probably I just recheck with the university
Yeah.
how to go through, right? So it's always open for collaboration. We welcome everyone to Batam.
Wonderful. Okay, so I have noticed that you have written a book, Collective Space. Well, I'm very interested to know about the summary.
Yeah, yeah. So that actually not say actually book that actually will come in a form as an ebook. So I do
Yeah,
a lot of
ebook.
revision with the camera ebook. So that one actually is like more to the sharing contacts before I will start the project, the official the project that we are working on for the real island, right? So give the whole perspective what we are doing in the systematic way, right? So why we need to create a lot of collective space because that is the space to allow the to bridge all the differences, right? So
Yeah.
because as we know, right, everywhere we always go stuck in the conversation among all the stakeholders. Sometimes they don't have
Yeah.
the same metrics, right? So this
Yeah.
is why we the whole idea of the book is actually how to reiterate actually to how where our standing point actually, so to let the people understand well the dignity center point standpoint actually. So because I don't have time to explain to everyone, right? So I thought I
Yeah.
just put everything my whole life experience. So I was actually a part of like 35 years of the volunteering journey. So the whole reason why we are advocating for the social business, like everything it comes correlated relevant in the things that we are going to do the project we are going to be doing. So that collective space is why we highlighted the 3 point: the inclusivity, the unity, and the humanity, because that's just the value we stand for. That's everything we do we're going to be correlated to that three values. Everything we do, right? So whether we are running a business or either we are like serving in the social contact with the community, right? So why we want to do it uh, to create a lot of collective space because in the terms that people sometimes do not, let's say, okay, people like to they are poor or they are unemployment, right? So where
Yeah.
they can turn to, right, to seek for help, to start a communication, and always those are people in not the ability to go far too far, right, to seek for help. So this is why we are creating a project later on is considered like a placemaking project, but it's actually in a very small scale. So we are just going to use the public space in every community at the district. Right, we are connecting, like connecting the dot, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, every space is possible, right? So we want to ignite it, become a collective space, so and the people can start a conversation. So whoever they would like to volunteer, and then we can share everything, the knowledge and network we can bring it to help people, right? So it's like a mix of social context, and later we can figure out what's the business that we can do it collectively. Because for those people they don't have that kind of the capital to start everything in a big way or whatever things, right? So this is why we want to do it collectively. This is the whole campaign. Our campaign will be about collective space, right? To build a lot of space for people, and then actually the other side is that we are opening an opportunity for everyone to contribute as well. So it's not about company. So our company is actually basically like to provide the space, right? So provide the possibility, all the network, all the resources we have it, right? But it's actually to open the possibility for the people to contribute as well. So whoever, yeah. So our tagline will be everyone can contribute, so no one left behind. Yeah. So we'll be on that on that line. Yeah.
It's amazing to see how talented you are, and you have been nurturing your potential from a very young age. Like you said, you learned English from your grandma. It's really amazing, and honestly, it was an amazing session with you. And I love how we matched our outfits at the same time, our haircuts.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice
So it was
talking to you too.
Yes, it was lovely having the session with you, Elmi.
Thank you.
Hope
Thank you so much,
hope we will
Regina.
have you again on the city.
Yeah, thank you. So hopefully to see you at the Bangladesh as well. I'll be at Dhaka end of June actually.
Yes, yes, in
So
Dhaka.
the social
You're
facility.
cordially invited to Dhaka.
Yeah, so I will be joining for the event at Dhaka. So probably
Yeah,
end of June. So if the possible that we can arrange a meetup
yeah. Sure,
if you
sure,
are in
Elmi.
Dhaka at that time. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for having me as well. You have a chance to
Okay.
visit Indonesia as well. Yeah,
Okay. See you
yeah.
again.
See you.